Toyota has made it quite clear that it does not see a world powered only by electricity. Though the Japanese corporation still looks into alternative energy sources, it is planning to produce some attractive electric vehicles next year. The world's first ammonia-powered passenger car engine has now been created by Chinese state-owned company GAC Group, which is partially controlled by Toyota Motor Corporation. Come along as we examine Toyota's new ammonia engine and discuss how it may be the end for electric vehicles. Allow us to define ammonia engine and discuss its significance before delving into Toyota's latest engine. In essence, an ammonia engine is a kind of internal combustion engine that runs on ammonia as fuel. 3 hydrogen atoms and 1 nitrogen atom make up ammonia. Unlike conventional oil or gas fuels, ammonia does not release carbon dioxide during burning since it does not contain any carbon atoms. Because of this feature, ammonia engines are positioned as a potential future pollution mitigation option. There are many ways to get ammonia engines to run efficiently. Ammonia may be broken down into its component parts, nitrogen and hydrogen, using one technique. After being extracted, the hydrogen is used to power a fuel cell. Remarkably, a business called Emoji used a John Deere tractor to demonstrate this method, calling it the first ammonia-powered zero-emissions tractor in history. An alternative method is to combine ammonia with other fuels, including hydrogen, diesel, or gas, and then ignite the mixture. Long-term combustion and simpler ignition are made possible by this composition. Using this technique, MAN Energy Solutions, or MANES, has created a 2-stroke green ammonia engine specifically for use in marine applications. Ammonia is the main fuel source in a third technique. Advanced technologies like compression ignition, homogeneous charge compression ignition, or spark ignition are required for this method. Ammonia engines have a lot of potential for the future. The high energy density of ammonia is one of these engines' main benefits. This phrase describes the significant amount of energy that may exist in a certain volume of ammonia. This characteristic is essential for effective energy storage and delivery, which makes ammonia engines a good fit for applications where a high energy density is required. This is especially true for industries like power production and transportation, where efficient energy storage and use are critical. The fact that ammonia is widely available is another benefit. Several elements, most notably hydrogen and nitrogen, which are plentiful in the Earth's atmosphere, may be used to produce it. This accessibility highlights ammonia engines' potential as a sustainable energy source even further. Acknowledging these advantages, Toyota has advanced significantly. Together with the Chinese state-owned firm GAC, Toyota has presented a prototype engine that runs on liquid ammonia combustion. The business says that their 2-liter 4-cylinder engine can produce 161 horsepower while reducing carbon emissions by an astounding 90 double, which seems to be a breakthrough accomplishment. Such a feat has important ramifications for how cars are designed in the future, as well as for environmental preservation. The business did admit that there were difficulties along the way throughout the development process. According to reports from Autocar, the development team had to deal with a number of challenges, including controlling the rise in combustion pressure and handling excessive nitrogen emissions. Despite their difficulty, these obstacles serve as a testament to the commitment and creativity that went into creating the ammonia-powered engine. Overcoming the inherent difficulties in effectively and rapidly burning ammonia has probably been one of the project's most notable achievements. An obstacle to ammonia's widespread use as an alternative energy source has long been its more difficult to ignite nature as compared to more conventional fossil fuels. Nevertheless, the engineers of the corporation overcame this challenge, paving the way for ammonia to be efficiently used in the passenger automobile sector. Engineer Chai Hongjong of the GAC War-D Center said, "We've solved the challenge of ammonia's slow burn time and applied the fuel to the passenger car sector." He said that it is worthwhile to anticipate its usefulness for both business and societal purposes. On several fronts, the investigation of ammonia as a low-carbon fuel is gathering momentum. However, in order to realize its full potential, a number of obstacles must be overcome. Ammonia is very difficult to ignite when compared to traditional fossil fuels. Its combustion process is also more slower, which makes it more difficult to use as an alternate fuel source efficiently. Given the difficulties with ammonia-powered engines, further research and development will undoubtedly be needed before manufacturers can use them widely. Although it may not happen anytime soon, the possibility of ammonia-fueled, clean-burning combustion engines is a hopeful development. Remarkably, Toyota owns a sizable portion of GAC, the company that developed the groundbreaking ammonia engine. Toyota takes a broad approach to zero-emission mobility, using a combination of traditional electric cars and alternative fuels. Toyota is aggressively investigating the idea of hydrogen-powered combustion engines in addition to its hydrogen fuel cell cars, such as the Mirai, as seen by its participation in several racing initiatives to test and assess this technology. It's conceivable that Toyota may take a forward-thinking stance and invest in GAC if it decides to employ ammonia-fueled power plants in markets like China and then expand their use to other areas as the technology advances. It is important to remember that the agricultural industry uses over 80% of the ammonia produced today as fertilizer. Ammonia is also used in a variety of sectors, including explosives, dyes, plastics, and chemicals, demonstrating its availability and promise as a substitute fuel source. Even if there are still obstacles to overcome, the continued advancements in ammonia engine technology and the proactive participation of large corporations like as Toyota point to a day when more environmentally friendly and sustainable modes of transportation will be available. The world's largest EV market is in China. On the other hand, classic combustion engine automobiles continue to have strong demand. Nonetheless, there are signs that the Chinese government is thinking of outlawing the sale of automobiles with internal combustion engines, adopting a similar course to California's laws. The development of substitute fuels such as ammonia, hydrogen, and synthetic fuels may prolong the life of internal combustion engines. These cutting-edge fuel alternatives might someday be more affordable to manufacture than entirely electric cars, providing a compelling and environmentally responsible option for a wider spectrum of customers while still taking convenience issues into account. Toyota is well established in the Chinese market and has even created EVs exclusively for this country. Nonetheless, the business's strategy plan shows that it is dedicated to satisfying a range of customer demands. This all-encompassing plan is in line with Toyota's research and development of technologies such as the ammonia-powered engine. It will be interesting to see whether this technology advances to the point where it can be purchased, and if so, if it is implemented globally. The possible incorporation of alternative fuel-powered cars, such as those that run on ammonia, adds an interesting dimension to the current shift toward more environmentally friendly transportation alternatives in the context of China's changing automotive scene. It's also critical to recognize that despite the importance of GAC and Toyota's Ammonia Engine discoveries, this field has seen prior breakthroughs. The Korean Institute for Energy Research achieved significant progress around 10 years ago with the development of the AMI vehicle. This innovative vehicle reduced carbon emissions by an amazing 70% by using a mixture of 70% ammonia and 30% gasoline. The goal of the AMI project was to demonstrate the feasibility of this technology by investigating the possibilities of a totally ammonia-fueled engine. Analyzing the engine of GAC, which runs on liquid ammonia, reveals that carbon dioxide seems to be produced. This discovery suggests that the engine's design includes a second fuel source. Given the properties of ammonia, such as its relatively modest flame propagation speed, which might present problems for engines running at high RPMs or low loads, such a setup would make sense. The gas engine may successfully overcome these restrictions by mixing ammonia with another fuel, guaranteeing smoother and more adaptable performance under varied driving circumstances. This hybrid strategy could improve the engine's usefulness and practicality. Even though numerous initiatives have taken different approaches when it comes to ammonia-fueled engines, they all highlight the continuous attempts to fully realize ammonia's promise as a more sustainable and clean fuel source for combustion engines. It's possible that more advancements and improvements in this discipline may help achieve the objective of ecologically friendly transportation as it develops. Your thoughts on this engine? Tell us in the space provided for comments.